All right. So a liquidity sweep is going to be where hedge funds, institutions, market makers, the big players are going to purposely drive price through a swing high or low to gather stops because traders will tend to set their stops there. So, for example, if you ever see levels of equal highs or lows or just a big pivot level, there's going to be a lot of liquidity in those zones. So, right here, for example, right, there's the big move down. There's going to be a lot of stops here. Price doesn't typically have to go to this high right here, but we can just identify right here. There's equal highs, price swept went down, right? This was the thesis on this trade over here, right? We have this 4 hour level overhead. We have um, the 9:30 open candle, swept through it twice before rejecting off the 4 hour level, closed under it. Take your short at the open of the next 30-minute candle, right? And then our stop will be at this either at the high, which was 150 points. I typically go for about 50 points. So in that case, you can drop down to a smaller time frame, you can set it right here at the next candle or whatnot. But obviously, you can also size down. That was just a really volatile move that happened. So, um, rare case that you ever do see, 150 point stop like that. But same thesis with the trade from overnight. Okay, we had this swing high. We swept it multiple times, started closing under it. So I took the short, risk 50 points, right? Now for targets, it's the same thing for targets. You're going to target these swing lows. So here we have one. That was that first target I mentioned in trade ideas. That would have landed 130 points. Okay. 30-minute is not always clear. Like I said, for targets, when there's a big move up like this. So, and choppy ranging markets, it's going to be very easy to identify levels. Otherwise, you can just use candle lows. Um, I do believe the IB low was right here. The initial bounce, that's going to be that first hour of market open. So that could have been a perfect target as well. Sorry, that was IB high, would have been right here. So that could have been another target. But yeah, and then now for the downside, it's the same thing. Okay, so I know I went over this in the supply and demand video, but I'll do it again here. So right, so we have our swing low here that we broke multiple times, or that we broke that one time the right here because these are about equal stops right here. All right, so we had the sweep through into the 4 hour level, was above it. Okay, and then we would have taken our long position right here. You have target right here. You can target the previous day high. That would have been 300 points, right? So there's a lot of targets to hit when we're in volatile markets like this. And that's also why we need to be more patient because it's just as easy to lose, 300 points. So that's why patience is always going to pay in the market that we have right here. And you just have to be very careful with your entries, making sure that everything is aligned and you're being safe.